fastest way to lose status is not to fail. It's to violate a fantasy. You don't feel the damage at first. There's no warning shot, no gradual decline, just a sudden shift in the room. Eyes change. Silence thickens. What was admiration hardens into something colder. Because expectation isn't hope, it isn't optimism, it isn't encouragement. Expectation is a demand made in advance, and the moment you accept it, you agree to be judged by an imaginary standard you didn't set and can't control. That's the part most people miss. They think they're being measured against reality. They aren't. They're being measured against what others felt entitled to receive, and entitlement is never satisfied. Law 1. Expectation is a loaded weapon. You already know this. Your body learned it before your language did. January 31st, 2006. Google releases its quarterly earnings. Revenue explodes. Profits surge. Growth numbers most companies will never touch. On paper, this is absolute domination. And then the market turns feral. 16% erased in seconds. Trading halted. When it resumes, another plunge. Billions gone. Confidence shattered. Public panic. Why? Because reality failed to bow low enough to what had already been imagined. You don't lose power by failing. You lose power by disappointing expectation. That trader joking about jumping off a skyscraper wasn't exaggerating. He was exposed. He still believed numbers protect you. That performance is a shield. That truth is enough. It isn't. Perception always outranks reality. Always. Most people still cling to results like a safety blanket. They worship effort. They trust hard work like a religion. Pathetic. They don't understand that expectation isn't fair. It isn't logical. It doesn't reward honesty. It punishes deviation. The moment people expect more, what you delivered becomes irrelevant. And when you fail to manage expectation, even excellence becomes betrayal. You control outcomes only after you control the frame around them. Those who understand this don't chase approval. They regulate anticipation. They don't just win. They decide what winning looks like. That's how influence is extracted. That's how reputation survives success. That's how others react on your terms. Your nervous system already knows this. That's why you felt the danger before you could explain it. Law 2. Expectation trains. The weak to obey. Juniper Networks missed earnings by 1/10 of a cent. Not a dollar, not a percent. A fraction so small it borders on insult. The market erased billions anyway, because once expectation is fed, precision becomes mandatory. Not approximately, not close enough, not almost. Exact. So companies bend, they distort, they lie, not to dominate, but to survive the numbers they themselves trained others to expect. They didn't escape the trap. They constructed it carefully, then locked themselves inside. This is where weak leadership reveals itself. They publish forecasts to calm anxiety. They call it transparency. They believe openness buys forgiveness. Naive. All they've done is place their throat on the table and label it guidance. Now every decimal matters. Every deviation is punished. And accounting becomes theater. This is what happens when you let others define the scoreboard. You don't get credit for honesty. You get punished for inconsistency. The disciplined mind never overpromises. It withholds. It under-reveals. It lets others chase projections while you operate in silence. That restraint isn't humility. It's leverage. And leverage compounds quietly. Law 3. Expectation rewrites reality. You've seen this play out far from markets. Teachers were told certain students were bloomers, high potential, on the verge of brilliance. The test was fake. The belief was not. Those students became smarter, Not because they were gifted, because expectation reshaped behavior. More attention, more patience, more benefit of the doubt. Reality followed belief without resistance. Most people think expectation is conscious. They think they choose it. Delusional. They broadcast expectation constantly, through tone, through posture, through who they invest time in and who they dismiss. Then they act surprised when the world mirrors it back. They don't realize they're programming outcomes while pretending to be neutral. They aren't observers, they're architects, just unconscious ones. Domination link. The one who governs expectation governs behavior, starting internally. You raise the standard inside yourself. You starve false hope outside. That split is where power lives. Others feel it long before they understand it. And by the time they do, it's already working. Placebos work, not because the pill is real, because expectation alters chemistry. 1/3 of patients improve without treatment. Alzheimer's patients don't. The expectation center is damaged. That ends the debate. Expectation isn't optimism, it's architecture. You don't remove it, you aim it. You elevate it where effort matters. You suffocate it where chaos rules. You anticipate turbulence so surprise loses its power. You expect nothing from systems you don't control so they can't destabilize you. That's not pessimism, that's insulation. And insulation is how you remain unmoved while others collapse under unmet fantasies. You already knew this. Now it's been made explicit.
Thanks for spending time in this. If this sparked a new way of thinking, hit like and subscribe to keep the ideas flowing. And don't forget, check the description for the links to the resources and the original books we used today. We'll see you in the next one.